he made the move this year. Obviously, made the quarterback switch. Even when they had the winning record, when the team was moving along, the offense may not have been humming, but they were winning football games. Russell Wilson gets healthy, gets inserted into the starting lineup, and they haven't lost since. And the offense has seemed to look better. What has he added to this offense?
Yeah, Russell Wilson is a really good deep ball thrower, and he's unlocked George Pickens as a top receiver in the NFL. You know, the first 6 games, the Sirius went 4-2 with Justin Fields at quarterback. And, you know, George Pickens in most of those games was either invisible or he would make a play here and there. But, you know, Fields just wasn't on the same page with him. Russell Wilson comes in, you know, now this past week against the Ravens, 12 targets for George Pickens, a big 37-yard bomb to set up a field goal, very important field goal in that game. So the deep passing game has been opened up. And listen, there's no doubt about it. This team is built on the run. They want to pound you. They want to be physical. But Russell Wilson is just that vet quarterback with that touch on his passes. And that's nothing against Justin Fields. He was great as a runner. He managed his team to wins. But Russ just brings that little something extra that's been key for this team in this 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, you can never have too many weapons, and obviously, like you said, Wilson and Pickens have had that chemistry, and they've been on the right page, but they just got Mike Williams, too. What's the game plan to get him a little bit more involved in the offense?
Yeah, it's interesting. 36 snaps in his first 2 games as a Steeler, only 1 target. Now, is it going to happen tonight against the Browns? Short week, you don't really have time to get that chemistry down with Wilson, so I don't know if it happens tonight, Mike, but I do think down the stretch here, Mike Williams is going to be an important part of this offense. You put Pickens on one side, you put Williams on the other. You know, they're going to have to pick their poison. And if they double team both, the middle of the field is going to be open for Darnell Washington and Pat Freiermuth. They're 2 very good pass catching tight ends. So this is a team that maybe lacked a big play receiver before the acquisition of Mike Williams. But now that they have him, I think they're going to be a much more dangerous team down the stretch.
Ray, I don't know why we're spending so much time on the offense. This is my fault because I'm asking you these questions right now because we know, once again, the running game, but it's the defense. The reason why the Steelers team has been so good this year, led by T.J. Watt, obviously. 4 times this season that they've won games when the offense has scored 20 points or less. I think 2 games this season when they've only kicked field goals, they have not scored a touchdown. Reminds me of the 2000 Ravens so much of that defense back in the day when they were so special with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and those guys. Does the defense have a mindset of knowing, hey, we got to be special every single week and we're going to be special because we might not get a lot of help from the offense?
Yeah, listen, they got the highest paid defense in the NFL. Everyone on that defense knows what's up. You know, there are going to be some weeks like the Ravens game where they're going to have to go out there and play really good football, and that's what they did. Now, the Steelers have been built on defense the last couple of years, Mike, but I think the big difference this year, they've added a ton of speed, and they've added it to the inside linebacking core. They went out and drafted Peyton Wilson, and I think everyone saw that great play that he made to help save that win against the Ravens. And they went out and signed Patrick Queen, the former Raven, and he's just transformed the middle of that defense. A little bit of a slow start for Queen, but he's been playing lights out the last 2 weeks. And, you know, one criticism over the Steelers the last couple of years is maybe a little bit slow on the inside. They're not slow anymore. Those guys are making a bunch of plays.
All right, they're having a great season, but they can't overlook any team. Even the Cleveland Browns are capable of winning in the National Football League. The 2 losses they got this year against the Colts and the Cowboys, you look back at those losses and, like, how did they lose those games? So what's the mindset of just knowing that they have to finish strong against teams that they should be, like Cleveland and Cincinnati down the stretch, knowing that they got a tougher schedule coming up with 3 straight games against the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Ravens?
Yeah, I mean, one interesting thing that happened last week with the Chiefs losing in Buffalo, the Steelers control their own fate for the top seed in the AFC. If they win out, they got the tiebreakers over the Chiefs and Bills. So it starts with game night in Cleveland. You can't drop these. They got the Bengals twice after that. The Bengals have a losing record, but they're still a dangerous team. So, you know, you can't overlook the Browns. Nick Chubb is back. He's slowly rounding back into form, but this is a game the Steelers can and they should win. And if they do, they'll be in great position, you know, going down the stretch to get a top seed.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.